Hello. Welcome, gamers. It is Wednesday. We're back here on the lake. That's right, this lake right here. This is, I guess, not even a lake, it's an ocean. What is this? This is, the place known as Spain. Canary Island, Spain. Very nice looking area. We are not there though. We're gonna be web fishing. Right here. This thing, you already know. You already know web fishing. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements. Welcome Cole, welcome Slime Molder, Stanley, vacuously 2-month subscription. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Welcome Last Abaka as well. We're in Brooklyn. This guy, hey, I'm walking here. It's me in Brooklyn. Me if I was in Brooklyn. Well, I am in Brooklyn. Hey, what the? Also, welcome Pork Fu. 7:06 a.m. I hope you're having a good time in Japan. Your business meetings or whatever. I hope it's good. Alright, we're gonna make a lobby. Unlisted, request to join, manual. And yes. Welcome Yukiko. It's been brutal. Yeah, you have to like wake up really early. Is that the issue? I guess it is 7:06 a.m. That is quite early. Okay, what do we got? We got the lobby code. Lobby code. Here's the lobby. P. It's got 1P. HW. Can you believe that? Am I right, guys? Insane lobby code. Manually unpin this. Alright, we're doing web fishing. I might do some 3D modeling today. If you remember last time I streamed web fishing, I didn't really even play web fishing. I pretty much just made my own version of web fishing. I went into Crocotile 3D, and then I copied the graphics from web fishing manually, and then I made a little scene. And I may continue that scene today. That's right, this right here. We could continue this. What am I going to do specifically? I don't know. But I will find out. And it will happen, and it'll be cool, and you'll be like, whoa, that's so cool. Wolfie, how do you do that? That's so cool. I wish I could be like you. Too bad that I can't, because I'm different. No one can be me except me. Anyway, if you want to join, feel free. Send an invite. And not send an invite, send a request. That's what I meant. Or you could not. You could also choose not to join. That's also valid. You could just sit here, listen to the stream, and just live your life. But I'll be here. I'll be here on this lake. Look at this waterfall right here. Majestic. It got particle effects. You know, this was also made in Godot. I can make my own web fishing, maybe. With all the game dev skills that I've learned, surely I can make my own web fishing. And then we can all play and we can be like, wow, this is so cool. Wolfie, can you add this feature? Can you add this thing? And then I add it and everyone's like, that's great. This is so much better than web fishing. Can't believe we ever played web fishing when we could be playing the Wolfie's version of it. That's not true. This is a good game. Just because people don't have millions of hours in it doesn't mean it's not a good game. It's the flavor of the month for the end of 2024. And now it's over. Anyway, this is today's drawing. It is the same drawing as I always do on Wednesdays. It's me fishing. And this fish is actually much smaller than all the other fish. Because I have nothing else to draw. I have run out of ideas for fishing related drawings to draw. And this is one of them. Okay, then we're fishing next to the Wolfie. Okay, he's right there. And then, check this out. He's really fishing now. The immersion. Do you feel so immersed right now? Like, it feels like he's really there. Oh no, but now my immersion's been broken. Camera zoomed in such a way that caused it to mismatch. This is not even real. I can't believe he would have ruined my immersion like this. What if I fish with a crawfish trap? I don't know. What if I did that? What if you did that? Have you considered doing that? I think when I talked about this, I think when I was a kid, we had this moment where like my family and we went to the beach, and then we got like these traps, which I think are probably for crawfish or lobsters or something, or crabs. No, it was a crab trap. It was like a little cage, and then we put some raw chicken inside, and we put it into the ocean, and then we did not catch anything. But then we pulled up the trap, and then one of the people nearby was like, "Whoa, you caught a chicken! Oh, that's amazing!" And I thought that was so funny. Obviously, he was being sarcastic. He knew it was bait. But me as a kid, I was like, "No, we didn't catch a chicken. That's the bait. He doesn't even know." And then I was like, "Oh, he must have been sarcastic." But I remember it, you know? You could be a stranger and just say things, and then it'll, you know, a little kid will remember that for the rest of his life. And then he'll tell the story to tens of people, maybe not even tens of people, like 5 people. The 5 people that are here right now. Welcome Zolly as well. Welcome Gex. He was the one baiting. He was an expert. He was a fisherman, and he surely knew what he was doing. Yeah, this is bait. This is bait right here. Welcome Durga as well. Anyway, how's everyone doing? It's Wednesday. You see that Twitch announced that they're removing, there's like a limit now on highlighted videos? Everyone is now upset. Also, welcome Tag Barrel. But like, why would they do that? I host all my clips on Twitch. I did, yeah, everyone was looking at it. Who's Zully? Okay, I will accept. It's unfortunate. People are gonna lose so many valuable moments. It should be you. Thankfully, I've exported all of my VODs to YouTube. Before I used to dual stream, I would basically just, after every stream, I would have to remember to go into my VODs and then click the export button, and then it goes to YouTube. It's a 100-hour limit. Which probably only affects VODs. Yeah, but like, you know, people store a lot of VODs on Twitch. I don't know. Wait, didn't they say it doesn't affect retroactive? Hold on. Didn't they say something about it's applying going further? The VODs are unaffected. Are highlights different from VODs? I don't think I've ever used a highlight before. Twitch highlights limit. What is it called? How do I search? 3 ways to stop Twitch. Yeah, so like Twitch has a thing where like VODs expire after like a month or something. Now it's like 2 weeks if you're not a partner. Or then if you're like Twitch Turbo or like Amazon Prime subscriber, it's like a month or something. But then there was no limit to highlights, right? So then to get around that VOD expiration limit, they would just highlight every video. And I never did that because I was like, there's no way they're gonna allow this to happen for that long. So then I would just export all my VODs. They're kind of closing a loophole. I'm kind of surprised that they allowed unlimited highlights though. Given how stingy they are with like VODs expiring. Like even if you're like a new streamer, your VODs are not enabled by default. You have to like go into the dashboard. Like a lot of people, they debuted on Twitch and they're like, oh cool, I would like to watch my debut stream. And then they find out that it doesn't save VODs by default, so then it's like lost to time. Doing highlights is kind of high effort. It's not though. You could just click highlight and highlight the entire VOD. And that's what people do. I think I tried doing that once. Yes. So true. Anyway, that's something that's happening. Ensure you can go through every single VOD and manually export it. It's like a lot of effort. High effort relative to 0. I mean, it's like you're clicking like 3 buttons to highlight. I don't know. It is, yeah, it is comparatively it is effort. But anyway, that's gonna suck. I don't know. That's the website. They're gonna start removing features, you know. That's how websites go. The websites are good and then they make it bad. What's the deal with that? What's the deal with websites? Anyone even use websites anymore? You're using a website right now. You might be using an app, but that app talks to a website. You know about this? Remember when websites were a thing and not everyone would just use an app? I remember. Those were some times when people would have their own blogs. Back in the day, you wouldn't just go on Twitter to see what someone's up to. You would go to their personal blog. You'd subscribe to their RSS feed, their live journal. I guess live journal is kind of like current social media in some ways. But it's not the same. We had effort. We had people going, making their own WordPress, going to like a PHP hosting service, and then clicking a button to install WordPress. Welcome to mine. And then it always would have like a virus on it, because WordPress has a ton of exploits. This guy's fishing with the web. No. We're fishing on the web. This lake is contained inside a web. That's how it is. That's life. Anyway, what do I want to model today? Well, you know, the real stream is 3D modeling. That's all I do nowadays. Just constantly out here modeling things. And for what? Why would he even do this? Doesn't he know his entire stream is based on fishing and numbers? And now he's doing things that aren't fishing or numbers? Oh, there's numbers. Look, we got coordinates. We've got textures, other stuff. Look at it, there's numbers right here. This right here. One thing I've learned from modeling that 3D lake is that I should stop making things look unique. In the sense that, like, I'm making all these slopes in such a way that they look natural. But it takes a lot of effort to do that, and sometimes it doesn't look that good. Like, you look at this, and like this looks like I don't even know. It's like a cake. It's like, it doesn't look like land. Anyway, if you make things align perfectly with the grid, the lighting also looks nicer. And I think I should be doing that. You know what I could model? I could model this tree. I could model these trees. I could model the cat. Do you think I could do that? Could I model the web fishing cat? I could do that. I could probably do that. Surely it's not that complicated, right? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, what else is going on out there? Besides Twitch removing highlights. They're always removing stuff. Remember moments? You never even got access to moments. Never even had a moment. You could never even be like, I was here when Wolfie did that thing. You just had to remember it, and you would have no evidence. Moments don't even exist anymore. Oh, I could model this frog, maybe. I could model this bucket and then this frog fishing in the bucket. I don't know. The world is infinite. Could do anything. Oh, welcome Raiders. Hello, hello. Shout out Sarah Lee. Welcome Greffrey. Welcome Sylvie Sprit. Oh, you rated me last week. I remember you. Welcome Sarah Lean. Your stream on retro. It could be literally anything. I have no idea what kind of retro game you were streaming. But whatever it was, I hope you had a great time. And that you perhaps defeated many enemies or collected many coins. Kirby Dream Hunter, I love that game. Welcome GLMD Grielson. That was a good game. Kirby's Dreamland. It has a good aesthetic as well. I thought somehow your stream element shoutout showed the title. It's supposed to. For some reason it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Maybe sometimes it's like broken. And it's like, I don't know, I can't read the title or whatever. Great game and one of the best soundtracks. It is pretty nice. I never had an SNES growing up, but I remember I played Kirby's Dream Land 2 a lot as a kid. Welcome Beat Shabon. It was on the Game Boy. I had the Game Boy Color, the regular Game Boy. Game Boy Pocket. And it was good. It's fun times. Oh, there's a big fish. 2000s. Do you guys know you can press backslash in webfishing? It's the same as a click. You can press backslash and also click at the same time. We got a massive shark. Titles work for me still. Maybe just sometimes they don't work. Also, welcome Marionette Doll. Hello. Yeah, nutritious. Welcome. Good times. What if I modeled Kirby's Dreamland 3? Kirby's Dreamland 3 sprite sheet. I could just do that. This should be easy. Just copy the graphics, right? Simple. Grassland 1, Grassland 2. I'm being pinged on Slack for something. I was included in a thread on Slack, even though it's past 5 PM. Let me see what this is about. I guess I will read this tomorrow. Let me put a reminder. Oh, I should be fishing. I like that Slack has that feature. If you get pinged off hours, you can be like, I'm not reading this. You click the thing, it's like, remind me tomorrow morning. Their default reminder is at 9 AM. And I do not want that. I always have to adjust it to be like 10 AM. Don't wake me up early for this. Let's see. Let's set a reminder. Custom tomorrow at 10 AM. Set reminder. Your PR run has failed. No. I don't get pinged on Slack for that. I get pinged on email. It's always kind of annoying when that happens. You're like, I know it failed. I'm testing something. It always happens. Also, welcome Delicious Smile. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. On this Wednesday. Hundreds of automated GitHub emails. You know what I hate is when they have like those GitHub automated review requests. Or like someone opens a pull request on a repository and like I guess your team is marked as a code owner or something. And then by default it like messages everyone in the group. Like, hey, someone opened this PR and request your review. I'm like, man, I don't even know what this is. And there's no way to say, don't ping me unless I'm specifically tagged. If they request a review from the group, you get everything. You get all the emails. There's so many. And I'm pretty sure like 90% of my work emails are all GitHub review requests. See, honestly, I wish every workplace gave you a mirror of the pipeline to be executed locally. I think there's such a thing for actions. There is a thing, but it's not, I don't think it's very reliable. Also, welcome Liquid Cake. Mine are all Jira and Cron. You get emails from Cron. What about PagerDuty? Anyone get PagerDuty? Anyone on PagerDuty rotation? That's actually what the Slack thread was about. Is that they want to add me to the PagerDuty rotation. I'm like, I was hoping they would forget. I hope they didn't notice that I wasn't on there. And that I'm not going to be on there. I guess I will eventually. Man. That's life. I mean, it'll never be as bad as PagerDuty rotation at my previous job. We don't have PagerDuty, we just let it burn. Then what happens? If the service is broken, how do they call you personally? It just burns? Do they like look at your personal phone number and call you at 3 AM? It just burns, they just let it burn. Maybe that's fine. Sometimes it's like depending on the website, it's fine. Not even the website. What is it? The service, the application, the servers. If someone notices, maybe we just wait until the morning. Man. What's annoying is when you get paged for something and like the only thing you can do is like call someone else about it. Right? There's been times when I've been called at like 3 AM and someone's like, hey, this this pipeline is broken. It's like not ingesting the data or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know like what this code base is. I've never looked at this. And then like I debugged it for like half an hour and I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to like call someone else. And then I like pinged them on PagerDuty and like they didn't wake up because it's like 3 AM. Like why would they wake up? I pinged the secondary, they didn't wake up, and I was like, all right, let me escalate to the tertiary. He also didn't wake up, and then I was like, well, I don't know what to do then. And then I just like, I don't know, then I read through the code base, and then I was like, oh, maybe I should update this config. And then I did, and then I fixed it. And then the next day when my coworkers woke up, they're like, oh yeah, sorry about that. I was very sleepy. And I was like, no problem. I wish you had been there. Do they pay you for being on PagerDuty? They don't pay extra. It's just part of the job. Although they really should. I think a lot of places have a thing where like, if you get paged outside of work hours, you get to take like some hours off the next day or like the next day off or something like that. Why is the name not showing up? If someone has requested to join, can you say it in the chat so that I know this is you? It's my game. They have still not fixed this bug where they don't show the names. Send it to your CTO. It's happened before. There has been a time when I have been pinged and then no one knew what to do and the CTO jumped on the call and we were like, I don't know what to do. And then I stayed up and I sort of figured out what it was. But then the next day someone else hopped on and like we figured it out and they thought the other guy fixed it. And I was like, actually, I actually figured it out, but I didn't say anything. I was like, oh yeah, totally. They got it. And no one is saying that this is them. Is this no one? Is this a ghost? You should be paid to be on call. Probably. I mean, that's just how it is. That's life. Look at that. We do out of hours support, but we give full day in lieu of every support day. It's pretty expensive to have people on duty, which is why we let it burn. That also makes sense. And anyone want to? I'm gonna deny. I'm gonna reject. If you don't show yourself, I'm gonna have to reject because I can't see your name. Please, if you would like to be in this lobby, you let me know right now. You must show yourself, and we'll give you. I'll just leave it there. I'm just gonna. You know, you could just stay there on the waiting screen. It's not, no, it's a different guy. Zoe's already in the lobby. It's an unknown name. Anyway, it's life. What are you talking about? Why would you say what? He's already here. It's not from me. Other it's money. I know this. This is a vacuously viewer. But who's the other guy? Who is that? Welcome Ani. Has anyone mentioned the new Twitch highlight nonsense? No. Can you tell us about it? I wonder what. I'm just kidding. We've talked about it. Is Wolfie doing that thing where he's blaming people for not watching every second of every VOD? I said I would stop doing that. And I can't stop doing it. Me, when someone asks a question that I've answered at some point ever in history, like, I can't believe it. Didn't even watch every second of my VODs to know that this has been addressed already. It's fine. Can't expect people to always be there. People have lives to live. Haven't heard of the new Twitch highlight nonsense? Okay, guys. Did you hear the news that Twitch is removing access to Twitch highlights after 100 hours? You cannot highlight hours of videos anymore. That's it. And many people are gonna lose access to many of their videos. Nicole says, I already explained this to my first grade teacher. How could you be asking me this again? Yeah, your first grade teacher out there, like, did you see the news about the Twitch highlights? I can't believe. And then all the students are like, what is that? What is a Twitch highlight? And then the teacher's like, it's a functionality on this website known as Twitch. And then all the kids say, Twitch, I know that. There's VTuber. I watch VTubers with my parents. They're on Twitch.tv. Actually, my parent is a VTuber. They stream on Twitch. And then the teacher's like, what? Dox them now. Are they famous? Tell me their identity right now. Do they have hundreds of viewers? I gotta know. And then the kid says, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know this existed. It does exist. Many people make use of it. How dare they? Why would they do this to us? Specifically. Sending super chats to your students' parents. It's probably happened. I would imagine that there is a VTuber who is a parent. Like a real parent, not like a, artist parent or whatever. This is a very VTuber specific thing. You're like, what do you mean artists can't be parents? No, I mean, like, you know how they refer to VTuber parents as like mama and papa or whatever? I mean, like, a real parent. Not that they're not real parents. I just, okay. Cancel this guy. Wolfie, cancel this man. How does he think that they're not real parents? I just mean, like biological parents, okay? I guess they don't have to be biological, but they could be adopted, never mind. Just ignore everything. You know what I mean? There's no mind. What I'm saying is that possibly that a parent is a VTuber, and then a teacher has one of their students is the child of that VTuber. And they didn't know. And perhaps that VTuber is the teacher's Oshi even. And they don't know that they're teaching the child of their Oshi. And what if one day they find out and they're like, what the? You're telling me this student is actually the child of my favorite VTuber? This could be a light novel. It probably already is. There's a lot of VTuber related light novels probably. Some Ouroboros. Like a daughter-mom combo IRL family. I know multiple mom VTubers. Oh, like they stream with their children. I guess that's interesting setup. Never really seen such a thing. Actually, no, that's not true. Doesn't what's her name? The slime, what is that slime one? What's her name? The blue one. Doesn't she stream with her mom? I know her name. Sometimes I forget things. The one, yeah, Leaflet. Yeah. Okay. How could I forget? Wolfie doesn't even remember VTubers. Leaflet, yes. Leaflet does stream with her mom. That is also what I have remembered. I wonder if there's a university lecturer who lectures to the Oshi without knowing. Probably. There's like enough VTubers out there that stuff like this could happen. It's probably happens more often than we think. It's probably happening right now. Literally right now. Anyway. No one really knows. I see X-Tag has drawn something over there. I will take a look at some point. And then we can be like, wow. Amazing as always. You already know it's going to be amazing. You don't even have to look. But I will look. So that's what you gotta do. You gotta take a look. That's a mushroom. It's me if I was a mushroom. It's great. Look at that. Good old mushroom. Take a screenshot of this. Wow. Hey, what is this? How do you get that circle so perfect? I guess if you draw off the edge, it clips over. That's nice. Very clean line work. Amazing. Good job. Always love seeing drawings in web fishing, unless it's a hacker. If it's a hacker summoning drawing areas over the lake and doing animations, I don't appreciate that. But hand drawn, that is the good stuff. I've been thinking using the phrases like I am an XXX Oshi or fan of XXX doesn't feel right if I can interact and talk with the streamer proper in chat. If you can so you mean like you would only do that if it was someone super famous. And that if it was someone who has fewer than a certain number of viewers, that you think it would be strange to say. I could understand, maybe. Because then you're like excluding other people. You're like, well, you watch multiple streamers, and yet why is this one in your Oshi, huh? You think they're better, huh? You think they're better than this other one? Stuff like that. But then if it's someone really famous, it's like, oh yeah, of course Northern Lions your Oshi. You love that guy. That's how I feel. I feel like if I, it's like, you know, I can say Northern Lion is my Oshi. And I don't feel bad about it. But if it was like someone that I'm like, I've interacted with and like they know who I am and I know who they are, and like I'm in their chat and, you know, I talk to them, then maybe it'd feel a bit weird. I can only say the word Oshi ironically. Feels inherently parasocial. Possibly also true. Isn't everything parasocial though? By interacting at all, by watching anyone's content at all, is that not in some way parasocial? Not even in a bad sense, it's just that's just what the word means. Is that people always assume in the bad way parasocial? But that's just the name. That's just what it is. Given that you drew for Ame and Mint, do you ever feel like they were your Oshi? Yeah, yes. I do have their Oshi mark in my Twitter bio, right? Twitter.com/Wolfie with 3 E's. It's still there. I have not updated this like in forever. This is so outdated. I don't even do this stuff anymore. I've talked about it. I don't even talk like this anymore. Hello, Twitter friend? Who the heck is this guy? You think people on Twitter are your friend? No, they're my enemies. I'm just kidding. Classic Wolfie bit. Hello to the hey, hello gamers, it's me. I do say that every stream. Hey, welcome gamers. Oh, it's web fishing, guys. Anyway, I do have these. I mean, I think that's when I was new to VTubers though. You know, it's like, oh, that's the thing that people, they just do that. They just put the Oshi marks in their name, in their bio. I'm like, sure, I guess I'll do that. I mean, I did thoroughly enjoy their content. It's too bad that both of them are dead now. Have you seen that? That both of these people whose marks are here, they don't exist anymore. They're dead. Can't believe this. That reminds me, I do evade that question by saying I'm a DD. This guy who loves everyone. Have not web fished in a while, I miss it. Well, you can join right now. Welcome CL, thank you for the bits. I would like to see everyone I watch regularly succeed. Not one for hate watching. Now, what if you're just neutral? What if you're like, I don't know enough about this person to wish that they succeed? I guess I don't know enough about them to wish that they would fail either. I guess I've never wished someone to fail. Specifically. Oh, no, that's not true. What about Elon Musk? Yeah, never mind. Let's not get into that. He doesn't even stream, right? I do the Oshi mark thing because the streamer likes it. That is also true. I've seen several streamers say like, oh, it makes me feel nice when I see people that have my Oshi mark in their name. And I could see that. Also, welcome Hoppy Hollow. I thought you meant literally? Wait, literally for what? What was I saying? True gamers, so true gamers. Literally dead. I forgot what I was talking about. My favorite thing about VTubing is the community, how much everyone interacts and stuff. So I never get obsessed with one creator that much. I think that makes sense. I do like, you know, seeing people with overlapping viewerships, you know? Also, I've run out of bait. You know, you see someone from one chat, you're like, okay, this person is a viewer of this streamer. And then you go into a different, completely unrelated stream, and you also see them there, and you see like a similar group of people, and you're like, oh, look at it, these are the people that watch this person. And they also watch this person. And then maybe it's like, okay, since they watch this person, maybe we have similar tastes in watching streamers. So maybe this streamer is worth checking out. Right? And you're like, okay. Well, if people that watch this person who I enjoy watching also enjoy this person, surely I might also enjoy them. And then add the thing, and then, you know, you tune in and you're like, oh, so true, this streamer is entertaining. And then you watch me, and then I raid into someone and talk about other streamers, and you're like, what the, I should watch this person. And then you do. And then now you're all watching ChocoJax's streams and Handflow streams and Emote streams. It's nice when that happens. When I recommend a streamer and then people from my stream watch the other streamer. And then I see them in the chat. And then I don't acknowledge them. I just continue messaging as if I didn't see them. That's not true. I do see them. It's cool though. Fun times. Fun times. Love to interact on twitch.tv. Easy watching. You know I'm already there. Welcome, Namington. You already know the streamers I watch. Do you though? If you don't, then you're not even paying attention. You don't even know every single streamer I've talked about. Can you believe that? Catch some Nanodan sometimes, thanks to Wolfie Raids. Nanodan is the green guy. Yeah, he's the green guy. I made a 3D model of him. Nanodial. Remember that? That was cool. Now we even got other people, right? Other people that are here right now. Think you can catch Nanodan in the morning sometimes if you wake up early on weekends? I feel like I never really get to catch the end of one of his streams. Cause like they usually go past like 2 or 3 a.m. my time. But then there's like that one, I think this past weekend, he ended his stream early. And then I was like, what the? He's ending his stream? This has never happened before. I've never seen this. Who is my latest follow? Let me see. Twitch.tv. I think you can actually check. I think there is like a website that just shows you who people are following. It's probably like Twitch follows dot something. Hold on, what is mine? Bon73p. She rated me on the previous day. What was the last time I streamed? She rated me on Tuesday, and I was like, oh, I've seen her around. I've watched VTubers who have interacted with her before. Alright, who is this? See more green? Yeah, see more of these. Got him. Can you show yourself in the chat so that I know that you are a real person and not a hacker? Implying that hackers are not real people. And say, I know a lot of people, but knowing every single streamer is not a goal. Can you imagine the amount of whiplash? Imagine knowing every single person I follow. They removed the feature to find other people's follows. That makes sense, because I always thought it was very weird that that is like public, right? You're like, oh, you can just see that this person follows this person. Strange. So true, I've hardly seen the end of an Anodan stream. I think I've experienced it like 2 or 3 times in the entire like several years I've been watching him. Doesn't that sound weird? The years that I've been watching it. It makes it sound like I'm like stalking him. Yeah, I've been watching this guy for like years now. I've never seen him do this before. Still there on a third-party website. Didn't they say they removed the functionality? Okay, well, whoever tried to join has given up on joining. That's how it goes. They felt so intimidated. They're like, I got called out by the streamer. I can't show my face now. I can't possibly join the lobby. The streamer doesn't know who I am. Anyway, I don't follow people that much anymore. Back in the day when I was looking for people to watch, I would just follow everyone. Streamer I follow raid someone, I'm like, alright, let me follow them. Now I have enough people following that at any point I'll have like 20 people online at the same time. And like this, the thing is I don't watch most of them, unfortunately. Isn't that weird that I follow so many people and yet I only really watch like the same, like how many streamers do I even watch? Like 10? Do I even watch 10 streamers? Probably. Or regularly. Maybe like 7. Maybe like 8 streamers. That's why you periodically unfollow people? No, I don't think so. Why would I do that? I guess if you're like only a viewer, but it's like me because I'm also a VTuber who has also rated them before. I think it would be quite strange to unfollow them just because I don't watch them. Right? If you're just like, you know, you show up every once in a while, they don't know who you are. Like that, I think that's probably fine, right? But like they know me, okay? They'd be like, what the? Well, he unfollowed me? What did I do? Oh god, what did I do? Why is he upset with me? Oh my god, what did I do wrong? Or they might not care. In reality, they might just not care. Who's this guy? I don't even know this guy. Let's see. So I said, I've experienced many endings in Anodan streams. Unfortunately, that then often meant that I sat through most of the stream. Yeah, unfortunately, I've watched Anodan stream. I know what you mean is that it's because you woke up late at night. Isn't that funny? For people that don't have the context, they're like, what do you mean, unfortunately, you watch his stream? Why would he say this? Why would he say this? Messed up. Who is the first person you followed on Twitch? Mine is a tiny non-VTuber who does cycling sometimes. I found her via VTuber. You're telling me the first person you followed on Twitch was related to VTubing? Did you start using Twitch like very recently? First person I followed. I had this account back when it was Justin.tv. Let me check my list. Let's see, is all you link the following channels? Let me scroll down. There's probably like some like big esports account or something. Let me scroll down. It also doesn't tell you when you followed them. It would be nice if it did that. I'm scrolling through my list. First channel I followed. Oh, it was Games Done Quick. The first channel I followed was Games Done Quick. They still stream sometimes. All the time. And then like, okay, then Northern Line is the 6th Twitch channel that I followed. This was back in the day. Let's see, I mean, if you don't watch, it makes sense. Yeah, but they know you though. It's different. An hour ago, I learned development of Zelda Classic is finally at an end. Have any of your favorite devs announced the end of an era? Zelda Classic? What is that? Are they remaking the original Legend of Zelda? Is that a thing? Welcome, Altchkar. I went on Twitch before Vtubers saw the front page was full of half-naked girls in hot tubs. I refused to visit the site again for years because of it. I feel like that was a big thing like 5 years ago. No, that was like 3 years ago, right? 4 years ago? I don't know. It was not a thing at the start of Twitch. Like, Twitch used to be only gamers, right? They didn't even have a just chatting category. They didn't have art categories. If you wanted to stream art, you would have to go to a different website. You're like, I can't stream on Twitch. That's for video games. And then, like, you know, then they finally added just chatting. They added art. Everyone's like, oh, I don't have to use Picardo anymore. I can just stream art on Twitch. It's kind of surprising they took that long, honestly. That it was not always there. It's me, I'm here. Okay, well, if you want to join, okay. I don't know you, but I am going to hope you're not a hacker. If you are a hacker, I will have to kick you. It has happened before. There has been someone who I let them in and I was like, hey, if you are a hacker, you get out of here. And then they started hacking and I was like, alright, get out of here. Let's see. Let me scroll up. Zoe said, I have unfollowed the first person I followed on. This is my second account. What the? Why would you unfollow? Why am I winking? Okay. Simon said, it's interesting to see who I followed before Wolfie, since I feel like I've been here such a long time. Yeah, like, who were you even watching? Was it other VTubers? Imagine watching other VTubers. I can. I watch several VTubers. Wolfie hot tub stream when? Never. What if this lake was a hot tub? What if I'm in the hot tub right now? So he said, the first person I followed on Twitch is an IRL who never streamed. Wait, but then, oh, cause you, okay. I thought it was someone who did IRL streams but doesn't stream anymore. I was like, why are you following? Oh, you mean someone you know in real life. Actually, I think a few of the first accounts that I followed are people that I knew. Like personal friends of mine. They also don't stream. But they did stream like once or twice. Let's see, the first person I followed here is no longer around. He closed up shop because Picardo was the only safe bunker for his art. This was during the era you could still earn bits through ads. Oh, I remember that! I forgot that was a thing. I remember like a long time ago. Okay, you are in fact hacking. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to kick you. Oh, you just left, alright. I think, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, back in the day when I would actually like play Overwatch. I played Overwatch for like maybe like 2 weeks or whatever. But I saw that if you watched an Overwatch League stream on twitch.tv and you cheered a certain amount of bits, you get like to unlock skins in the game. And I'm like, I'm not gonna spend money on bits to cheer for the Overwatch League. And then they had this thing where you could watch ads to get bits. And then I was like, oh cool, I could do that. And then I would leave the streams on at like 160p and then volume muted just to farm points. And then I would redeem those points for in-game skins. And then at some point I was like, why do I care? I don't even play this game. So then I just stopped doing it. But that happened. I remember that. Bro couldn't help himself. Welcome Kozes as well. Why would I even do it? Why do people do that? They just join. They say they're not a hacker and then they start hacking, bro. First non-IRLs are random league people, and then Trump SC. Yeah, Trump the Hearthstone player. I followed his YouTube channel back when I used to watch Hearthstone. I've heard he's playing the Bazaar now. That's a thing. There are some VTubers and some non-VTubers. Soya Poya, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Yeah, she graduated. It's too bad Soya Poya is dead. Oh man. I remember when she would talk about hating coffee. If you said coffee in her chat, there was an automated bot that says coffee sucks. And I was like, so true. So true, fellow coffee hater. Welcome, Classic Caramel. I also see Carabel in a lot of chats that I'm in. A lot of the streamers I watch, he also watches. What's the deal with it? Welcome, Tagbart. We got hackers. Yeah, there was a hacker in here. I've been on Twitch for a long time. I've been on Twitch for so long. You go into your chat, do /user Walfas. It's like joined. Actually, hold on. What is /user Walfas? Joined. Account created June 22nd, 2011. That's like 14 years ago almost. Can you believe that? Back in the day. The old Twitch.tv. The old Justin.tv. No other active, well-known VTubers talk about hating coffee, I'm sure. Literally none. She's the only one. Yeah, like almost didn't use Twitch at all before 2020. Mainly only ever turned into FGC tournament streams before then. That was also a thing. I remember watching esports tournaments. I used to watch StarCraft 2 tournaments. Remember that. Remember Polt? They called him Captain America. Remember Nathanius and Rotterdam? And the other guys that casted? I remember. I watched those guys. That was fun. You remember, is Day 9? Sorry, that's not Day 9. Is that Day 9? That's not Day 9. In Control. I remember, yeah, I remember that name. In Control. Day 9 was a different guy. Didn't know what a raid was before 2020. Oh yeah, it was like back then, they didn't have raids built in. A streamer would just say, hey, let's go raid this streamer. And then like you would manually like click the URL and go in there and paste the message. Now you can just send them there. They're forced to go there unless they opt out. That was true. That was the thing. Terrible says, I also see you in many chats. I know. I remember. See, Xtech says there are two people in the webfishing lobby. One tells the truth, the other always lies. What do you ask to find out if they're a hacker? Nothing. Thanks for stopping by, Pork Foo. Hope you have a good time in Japan. On the business trip. 6 of the first 7 people I followed on Twitch don't stream on Twitch anymore. 3 of them are officially dead. What the heck? Am I next? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. What a morbid thing to say. That's unfortunate though. There have been many streamers who are no longer alive. That is true. Esports, my first follow was a Dark Souls challenge run guy who's actually still streaming right now. Who are they? You gotta mention them. I could be like, oh, what if, do I know them? Maybe I know them. I remember that one time when oh look, I've seen that guy. That's the guy who's I watched his guide on how to beat Manus at soul level 1. That video helped me a lot. I was like, oh man, I'm playing my soul level 1 run. How am I gonna beat Manus? And then I like watch his video. I was like, oh okay. When he like moves his head like this, he's gonna do the double hit or whatever. You gotta take a look at his head. I remember. I've seen that guy. That's cool. Beat Shabon said, Twitch felt so different years ago. I think the first channels I followed were Mao Tendu That sounds vaguely familiar. Why does this sound familiar? In Control died. The person you've seen online is just gone forever. Man. It's also like the people that just gradually stop streaming. Like they don't do like a graduation stream or anything. They just gradually just like stream less and less. And then they're just gone one day and you don't even notice. And then you're like, oh, what happened to this guy? And then you check their channel and it's like last streamed 5 years ago. And you're like, wow. I remember. Actually, that's one of the first people I followed on Twitch. There was this channel called Lin and Co. And they would play Animal Crossing New Leaf on their YouTube channel. And it just disappeared one day. And then like I think last year they came back and they're like, hey guys, it's been a long time. We're still doing well. I don't plan on streaming still, but I'm now a curator at a museum in Japan. And whoa, what the? That's cool. And then they're just living their life. Welcome, Deffins. Glad to see they are living their life. So it was like a duo. It was like a girl named Lin and a guy named Ko. And apparently Ko is still a streamer. But he streams in Japanese now. They would stream Animal Crossing in English, and you know they would be like, "Hey, there's a new update. This part, this is what this thing is, etc." That's how it is. Also, I should hydrate. It is 6 p.m. I've forgotten to hydrate 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna hydrate right now. Alright, I've hydrated. I only mean in the sense of graduated. I don't think they're actually dead. Okay. Well, I thought you meant that they actually died. Because like that is the thing that happened. Like if I just died one day, you would not know. You'd be like, I wonder what happened to that Wolfie guy. He just stopped streaming. It's like, what if I did actually die? You ever think about that? Not me specifically, but like someone that you know online, like you would have no way of knowing. There was one time when I used to use IRC a long time ago, and there was this guy who would show up every day. And then like one day he just stopped showing up, and I'm like, he could be dead, and I would have no idea. I would have no way of knowing like if he's still alive. And then he came back a few months later. I'm like, oh, thank God, I thought you died. He was like, no, I'm fine. I just was not online. I say, don't you? What? You scared me. What happened? Actually, I don't know what he's doing today. He might be dead now, right? I don't know. Those people you talked to like 10 years ago, what are they all doing? I don't know. The chatter disappears. Exactly. Cole wouldn't. Yeah, Cole was there. Cole, you don't remember who? You were on the IRC. Do you remember Panda Sue? Do you remember that guy? I thought he died at some point. He disappeared. This was a long time ago. I keep forgetting Cole was around. Anyway, let me scroll down. Lobos Jr. Okay, I've talked about that. Had to hold page down for 10 minutes to get to my first follow. How many people are you even following? It's a lot of people. Mao Tendu is famous for the YouTube stuff. I have probably seen their videos. Now, Tendu, I feel, used to be Toho adjacent at the least. Nowadays, they're mostly known. Oh, they're the co-founder of eShoujo. Maybe that's why I know of them. It does sound familiar. Now, Tendu did a bunch of funny YouTube poop MVs. Then he was the founders of. Yeah, right. That's cool. Yeah, Lin and Co. It's cool. I've missed so many messages, guys. I'm like 3 minutes behind in chat. I'm gonna skip some comments. You're gonna have to accept that I'm skipping comments. But no, he skipped my emote. He didn't even acknowledge me posting the Wolfie emote. Welcome home, Imsnica. What if you're immortal and you just don't know yet? That is true. He could be immortal. Can Wolfie give us a sign so we know if he dies? I feel like if I just disappear without saying anything, you could probably assume that something, maybe not that I'm dead, but that something unusual has happened. If I don't even post anything, I don't even say like, hey, I'm not streaming this week. Or like if I'm on the Discord and I'm not even like posting emotes every Tuesday or Thursday, you're like, what happened? And it would have to be several Tuesdays and Thursdays in a row. If it's just one, you're like, okay, maybe he just forgot. 2 in a row, it's like, okay, this is getting concerning. And then 3 in a row, this guy is dead. He would never not post an emote on Tuesday or Thursday when he's not streaming. Maybe you don't. Maybe don't assume that I'm dead. Something's up. So I think I have a few IRL friends in the know that would probably let the world know that I'm dead, or that someone that you know is dead. What a morbid thing to talk about. People dying. You know, you don't think about it. It could happen, and none of us are prepared for it. Zoe said, you know, I used to be active on a Bang Dream related Discord. There was one guy who was chilling there regularly, and apparently he was one of the artists for Katawa Shoujo. One day, someday a tweet showed up saying they have died over the weekend. What the heck? That sucks. It's an unfortunate thing that happens. That we are all mortal. I hope we're all mortal. Maybe there's some immortal people watching right now. But I will assume that most of us, or all of us, are mortal. Whenever I hide too long, people start to think I died, happening again over Christmas. Man, what's this guy even doing? He hasn't posted that rabbit emote in a while. Is he dead? I used to wonder what happened to a lot of people that I met when I started using the internet. That's also true. Like when I think about, I used to be like on an RPG Maker forum when I first started using the internet when I was like 13 or whatever. What are those people doing now? Like I interacted with them daily on that forum, and I have no idea what they've done in like the past 10 years, 15, 20 years maybe, I don't know. Has it been 20 years? I think it has been 20, holy frick, it's been 20 years. I know what 2 of them are doing. Lifo went on to make itch.io. There's a person who is now known as Woofy Cakes. He does art. I see him on Twitter. He was also... I see him sometimes. Those are the only 2 people from that forum that I still know what they're doing. Everyone else, they might as well, I don't know, they could have disappeared for all I know. No, the forum is not alive. Can I look up all the nicknames? Actually, I wonder if I could. Also, welcome Hemp. There's one person I knew named Moriason. Is that still a name? No. That's too generic of a name. There was a guy named Dr. Funk. But that's also a very generic name. So like I don't know. There was a guy named, hold on. This is like UMPT3K or something? Nope, I don't know. I don't remember his name. Oh, there's a guy named Skip. Oh wait, no, there was also Cafro. Cafro's still around. He was also on that forum. Cafro Houdrep. He was a mod for Clavio at some point, and then he stopped doing that. Hold on. Let me scroll down in the chat. Do you have people... Sorry, do you have anyone who would tell people you died if you just disappear? Pretty sure I'd just disappear from most places. I've thought of putting instructions in my will to post my account, but I don't know. I don't think I have such a thing. If I just disappeared, I don't think you would really know. I don't know, maybe there's some people. They'd be like, oh, there's some people that have my phone number. Surely they could call my phone and be like, he's not picking up. And then maybe like someone that I know would pick up and they're like, oh, he's dead. And they're like, oh no. I don't think they would call though. kind of sad to think about. Is that, I don't know. I mean, like, I wouldn't call their personal phone number if I haven't talked to them. Because, like, that's how my friendships are. Is that, like, I just don't talk to my friends for a long time. And, like, everything is actually fine. I've talked about this. It's like, some people, they have friendships, or if you don't talk to them in a while, you're like, do they hate me? We haven't talked in a long time. Are they still my friend? Me with my friendships, if I don't talk to them in, like, months, possibly even years, I'm like, it's totally fine. And then when we do talk, it doesn't feel like we have stopped talking at all. Yeah, that's how it goes. Let's scroll down. Also, welcome Hamflow. Yuko says, I'm on a treadmill thinking of what I want for dinner after this, leaning towards something Asian related. Wonder if I want to cook or be lazy. You can get, what if you got pizza? Well, if he put one of his doodles on his headstone, we can identify him and put flowers if he dies. What if I get cremated instead of buried? What if I don't have a tombstone? Have you considered this? I'm watching Wolfie in the Afterlife. Devin says, I just asked an IRL friend to change my Discord status to dead. Have you told them about this? Have you told them? You're like, if I ever die, go into my home, log in, set my status to dead. I'm scrolling. So like John Itch.io, yeah, the guy who made itch.io. He used to be on the forum. I doubt he remembers me, but I remember him. He was very cool. I wonder if he does remember me. You're like, oh, remember that guy, that like cringe 12-year-old that posted on the Gaming World RPG Maker forums? He's a VTuber now. And you'd be like, oh yeah, that guy. He was cringe. Remember that guy? In reality, he'd probably just be like, who? Kirby Mario? Who? I don't remember that guy. Kirby Mario. Guy naming himself after 2 video game characters combined. I've seen that person a handful of times. Oh yeah, Woofy. Woofy has been in a lot of places. He was like really good at art even back then. Like back in the day when I was on that forum, I was like 12 years old. Everyone I knew on there was older than me by at least 2 or 3 years. They were all like, you know, 15 or 16, and I'm like, man, they have their life together. This guy, he knows how to draw. And I would always see him on the art threads. I'd be like, that's good art. And then I see him on Twitter now, and it's like, that's also still good art. How is he continually so good? Good stuff. Liquid Cake says, I met someone from a Usenet group I posted to as a kid at a programming conference. Another one from the same place was at an anime con. I think that'd be cool. If you meet someone that you knew for a long time, you never actually met them in real life, but you knew them online, you're like, oh, this is the guy from like 15 years ago. What the? No, I had that happen. Remember, okay, people that are Toho fan. Do you remember Daioki, the guy who did those Cyrano comics? I don't know if he still does them, but like back in the day, he was like one of the most well-known artists for Cyrano. I finally met him the 2nd or 3rd time I went to Japan. And he was like, oh yeah, I remember you. I remember that guy. You gotta remember. Cyrano, Daioki. This guy. This guy. Surely, if you are a Toho fan, you know this guy. you've seen this. This guy. Yeah, you know him. I met him in Japan. He's also an Aikatsu fan now. And by now I mean like 5 years ago. But I had his keychain with me. And it's been on my keychain for on my keys, I mean, for at least 10 years. It was 2009. Oh wait, it's been 15 years. Yes, it's been 15 years. That is still on my keychain. He was like, thank you for keeping that on your keychain for all these years. And then we exchanged Aikatsu stickers, and I'm like, I feel like I fulfilled something. Not a Toho fan, but I know the guy. See? He's so well known. Classic. He made one of my favorite Sudoku. I remember seeing that one. It's the one where she has like a guitar, right? She's like rocking or whatever. Is that the one? Maybe? I don't know. Margot fan Cafro and Cuball. Yes, that guy. If Wolfie disappeared, the world would not be so happy, you already know. No, I just disappear sometimes. Happened. You're like, I wonder what happened to that Wolfie guy. And then he comes back and he's like a VTuber artist now, and he's like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. Remember that guy from the Toho days? He's doing VTuber right now. And then I disappear again, and he's like, what's he doing now? Oh, he's streaming. That's cool. Let me check out his streams. And then they check in, and then they walk over, and they're like, oh, look at this. Oh, you're the small anime guy. And I say, yep, that's me. Cool. And then they follow, and they never come back. Welcome Polyglitch. What does my hat say? It's the fish copy pasta. You can read it here. Hamburger helper, lean beef. Tell me they're putting lean in the beef. Lies on pea soup since I've been on a pea binge that takes 30 hours to make. What? Zoe said, I would totally consider doing phone calls on occasion if we were sufficiently close. Even if I do my friendships hand off usually. I used to do that. I used to... Back when I did not have many followers on Twitter, I would just be like, hey, does anyone I know want to have a phone call? And then they would just like actually just call me in real life as I walked home. I've had that. Yuko is one of those people. I would just be like, talking to them while walking home. That was fun. That sounds scary. No, it's not random people. People that I know that have had my phone number. That is literally how we met. No, that was after we already knew each other. But no, yeah, I would just call people. It was 2010. It was a while. Pizza. Sorry, I'm like 7 minutes behind in chat. You may notice that my message reading has been slowed. Cremation does not mean you cannot have a tombstone. That is also true. Cremated, so true. Ice cream. Graveyards getting mummified. Sarcophagus. I have friends I haven't talked to in years, but when I see them, we get along like no time passed. We also have ex-friends that actively burn bridges. When I see them years later, we don't get along. Damn. Unfortunate things that happen. Elders have their lives together. I used to think that. I used to think that anyone who was older than me understood what they were doing. And then when you get older, you find out no one knows what they're doing. You're like, oh man, all of my teachers, they all have their lives together. My parents, my grandparents, they all know what they're doing. And then once you get older, you're like, no, they don't. They do not know what they're doing. And neither do I. And that's scary. Or like when you work for a company and you're like, surely people that work at this big company, they know what they're doing. And then I join and it's like, this code is a mess. You're telling me that this code, these people wrote this code and this code is like running like very important infrastructure? So I could write this. I have written it. And it's like, man, no one really knows what they're doing. Yeah, we just hope it works out. Also, welcome Denchi. Look at these big numbers. Thousands. Not a Toho fan, and I know most of my late night VR friends are the Toho nerds. A group called VRG. I don't get it either. Virtual reality gaming. Is that what it is? Virtual reality group. Wolf, what's the last thing you did that felt like an actual side quest? What do you mean by that? What does he mean by this? Godot programming? 3D modeling? That feels like a side quest. I have the Cyrano saw figurine inspired by his art. He's a very well-known artist. It's true. I'm scrolling so much. Well, if you made a really big impact on parts of the web, that is true. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, man, I've accomplished a lot in life. So much. This is a bunch of stuff. Social butterfly. Yes, I used to be. That's the thing. I did it because I was not social. When I invited random people online to karaoke with me in real life, it's because I felt like I did not have enough socialization in my life that I had to fulfill a monthly quota. I was like, oh, I haven't karaoke this month. I gotta just post on Twitter, like, who wants to karaoke? And then, like, no one would respond. I'm like, oh, man, come on, guys. And then, like, someone would respond, let's go, finally. And then we would just have 2 people in the karaoke room for, like, 7 hours. We would just sing. That was good. It was fun times. And sometimes we would have 4 people. Sometimes I would meet someone once and never talk to them ever again. That was cool. One of my coworkers joined one day. Actually, that was a thing. Remember that? There's one time when there was like a Japan Day in Central Park. And then I found one of my coworkers there. I was like, oh, what are you doing here? And then I was like, let's go karaoke. And then he did. And then he left early. We got Chipotle as well. That was the thing. I remember that. I'm scrolling down. 2010 Zoe said, I've been on Discord calls while riding the subway. You get signal on the subway? In New York, we don't. A lot of times, if you're talking to someone on the phone on the subway, you gotta be like, hey, I'm on the train, by the way. If I disconnect, it's because I'm on the train. On the subway. Random phone calls, karaoke's. True, true. Going to New York. Just doing whatever. Existing is whack, so true. Now, I find on average I get along with older people much more and younger people from teens to mid-20s I'm less likely to get along with. I think it's reasonable. Because, like, you know, you can relate to them more. You could be like, oh yeah, they understand. They were alive back when I was alive. They probably know the same old memes. They probably know Nico Nico Medley. They know about the classic whatever old animes. There's like this big thing that's been trending that the young people don't know Haruhi Suzumiya anymore or something? Is that like the thing? Everyone's like, they don't even know. I can't believe young people haven't even heard of Haruhi. It's like she's disappeared or something. Yeah, she disappeared. It's a trend. Game dev questline. Game dev, yeah, game dev. Karaoke, confidence. First time I got invited to karaoke probably changed my life in regards to liking things like karaoke. It is true. I remember the first time I went to karaoke, I was like, I don't know if I want to go to karaoke. Really, not really a karaoke kind of guy. It was Canon and Rick, and they were visiting New York, and they were like, let's go to karaoke. I'm like, I don't know about this. And then since I didn't have like a smartphone, I would print out the lyrics beforehand, because this was for a Japanese song, and I could not read hiragana or katakana yet. And I was like, okay, they have this song. I'm gonna print out the lyrics to this song in Romaji, go to the karaoke place, sing this song. I had like 3 songs, and then I did sing them, printing out the lyrics. Yeah, then I had like a Kindle, and then I would put the lyrics on the Kindle, and the Kindle also had free 3G. Remember that. She's always said, I was thinking more of things like, oh, your cousin's husband has a dorm friend in the city of a con you're attending, deliver a hello. I don't think that really happens. I don't have quests that require me to go outside, usually. Okay, I'm scrolling. Haruhi disappeared. Oh, this is pretty recent in chat. I'm only 2 minutes behind now. You heard of Haruhi? Have you heard of Haruhi? Random anime. Endless 8. I remember Endless 8. I had a group of friends who would watch Endless 8 every August. They would every day in August, they would just be in a Skype call. They would just sync up their Haruhi episodes and watch every episode of Endless Eight multiple times. And I was like, why? Why would you do that? I'm impressed how young people still know about Lane. I don't really know what the deal is with Lane. When I see someone with like a Lane avatar, sometimes I get concerned. I'm like, I've talked about this before. I'm like, just something about them, you know? Especially if they use like Mastodon or whatever. Not even they usually don't even use Mastodon. They're probably on like, what's that other alternative? That one, I don't know. Surely you know what I'm talking about. Pleroma. If I see someone with a Lane avatar, I'm like, this is probably, they probably use Pleroma. Yeah. Sure, you understand. Like, what's the deal with them? Karaoke places had Wi-Fi. Yes. Okay, I have finally caught up with chat. See, we have two people that know what I mean. When I say Pleroma, Lane fans using Pleroma, you're like, ah, yeah, of course. What's Pleroma? It is a decentralized social media platform that uses the ActivityPub protocol. Think of Mastodon, except more obscure. And then typically what I see is that people on there have Lane avatars. And they have certain political opinions that I will not repeat here. That is my, as someone who has not watched Lane, and my only real exposure to Lane is those people. I don't know. Zoe Tech. Oh, this is Zoe. Do they use Pleroma? Lane is good. I don't know. Lane people feel left. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe I just saw some strange people on that website. Anyway, it's fine. No wonder you only use one monitor. What do you mean? Does Lane only use one monitor? I don't know anything about Lane. The only thing I know about Lane is that dance. That dance where it's like, you know the one, the Lane dance. Any KK Cyber subscribers, she has a Lane dance as an avatar. Sorry, not an avatar, an emote. Yeah, the one Lane dance. I can believe Lane is good, but I've seen more than a few people with Lane avatars that are less than. That's what I'm saying. See, okay, this is, I'm not the only one who thinks this. Dot level. Oh yeah, Dot level's Lane dance avatar. I thought Lane was about schizofuturism, not specific political belief. I'm not talking about the anime. I just mean people that have avatars of Lane. People who are into Lane a tiny bit too much often tend to be a bit off to a bad end. Maybe. Anyway, I don't really know much about Lane. When I watch Lane, I dream of having that many monitors. How many monitors do you all have? Do you have 3 monitors? 4 monitors? I have 1 monitor. I wouldn't say it's because political stuff, is just general attitude. There's a similar stereotype for people with Haruhi avatars. Is there? I feel like I don't see anyone with a Haruhi avatar anymore. You know what avatar I've been seeing more often? Osaka from Azumanga Daioh. Why is that? Why is she now more popular than she ever was in the past? What's the deal? Oh yeah, KyoAni. Okay, yes, there is a certain stigma associated with some people that use KyoAni avatars. That is true. Is that? I see a lot of Twitter posts that are like, this guy has a KyoAni avatar. They're probably racist or something. It's not necessarily true, but you know, sometimes it is true. And then people that don't really know KyoAni, they're like, well, oh, this avatar, why would we not talk to this guy? This guy's probably got something wrong with him. Didn't know anime went. Yeah, there's a lot of associations. I like KyoAni. I like KyoAni. I've never finished KyoAni, but I have watched 8 episodes of it. I went to the school that KyoAni, the real KyoAni school in Japan. It's in a remote village in the middle of nowhere. I went there. I have photos. I have photographic evidence of having gone there, despite only having watched 8 episodes. It's because my friend was a huge fan of KyoAni, and she wanted to go, and I was like, alright, let's go. And then I went. But KyoAni was cool. Azumanga is getting somewhat rediscovered lately. And it's all because of Osaka. They're like, oh, she's so quirky. I gotta watch that. And then they watch it. There's a stereotype for people with KyoAni avatars. They're apparently also off the deep end in a right wing. They do have certain associations. You used to have 4 monitors, but now you have 3, and that's still a lot though. KyoAni was fine. I don't see how anyone could be so into it. It was revolutionary. If you think back in the day when KyoAni first came out, that was like the first KyoAni, sorry, the first, what is that studio? KyoAni? The first Kyoto Animation show that used that art style. And then they've just been doing that like ever since. Also, thank you, Explosion or Tenia for the subscription. Why did this happen to KyoAni? What does anything have to do with this kind of beliefs? I don't know. I don't know why this happens, but sometimes things just happen. Yeah, KyoAni was the first KyoAni anime. We call them KyoAni likes. Some people call them cute girls doing cute things anime. Obviously, they did not even exist. That was the first one. It never existed before that. I just like the Yui photoshops with country mentioned or state mentioned. They've also mentioned Michigan mentioned. I think Azumanga is getting discovered by the oh my god viral clip. People don't know the other 99% of it. Oh yeah, also the America, yeah, right? The one where Osaka is walking off the plane and then like there's a bunch of Chios there and they're like, yeah, they smile. America, yeah. That's it. That's a thing. What about people who watch too much Konosuba? I don't really know what the opinion on Konosuba is. I've never really watched Konosuba, so I'm not sure. Namai says Konosuba feels like a normie show to me. Maybe. I don't know. Denchi says she's literally me. Who? Osaka? KyoAni. KyoAni was popular among, he said among, clover sitters. KyoAni, the first KyoAni. I think sadly Fumo avatar havers are going to be unhinged and kind of bad, which makes me sad because I don't think it was always like that. Fumos. Do Fumo owners have a stigma associated with them? Is that a thing? I was not aware of this. I don't have a Fumo, but I always thought they were pretty popular. I mean, I guess they are popular, which is why maybe there's certain opinions about people who have them. But if there are opinions, I don't know them. I'm not aware of this. Her name isn't even Osaka. Yeah, but that's what they call her. Which is how it is. If we named anime genres like games, yeah, Metroidvania, KyoAni likes, roguelikes. Hidamari sketch is good. I like Konosuba, but it can have unhinged followers too. I don't think I know anyone. I've not really seen people that have Konosuba avatars. So I don't even know. Which anime fandom is the most mentally stable? Is there one? Are there any? Is there any anime fandom that is mentally stable? Aikatsu? Maybe? My bias as an Aikatsu fan? It's gotta be the Aikatsu fans, right? Clearly. Also, yes, we see the giant fish. Congrats! That is a rare fish. I remember that is a good fish. It's not Loveland. Classic. In recent times, I've seen some Fumo why did I say players? Fumo havers with very inflammatory posts. Maybe I'm not just on that. I'm just not on that part of Twitter. I don't see this kind of stuff. I guess a lot of this is just like bias based on the content that we have seen specifically online. As someone who has no exposure to any of this, I'm like, I had no idea that these people are considered this way. Yuko has 20-something Fumos. That is true, you do have many Fumos. In my uneducated opinion, I think Dragon Ball Z probably has the least problematic fanbase. That is true. I feel like if it's like just a very normie show that everyone watches, it's like there's enough people in the audience that it's probably not like, you know, not a big deal. I guess Pokemon, right? Well, I guess no, a lot of people that are Pokemon fans or fans of the game and not specifically the anime. I don't know. Wakako Zake, that's the most hinged show. Is that the one with the lady who goes to a bar? No, I think I know the one you're talking about, but I don't remember specifically. Do most anime have fandoms? I mean, I'm sure there's some like really obscure one. Oh, you know what would be the most hinged fandom? Arya fans. That's definitely, I would trust an Arya fan. People that don't know Arya, that's the slice of life show about gondola rowers in Mars. It's a future where Mars has been terraformed and they have people rowing boats. I trust Arya fans. I can see, yeah, they're one of the most hinged fans out there. To be a fan of that show, I inherently have some amount of trust to you, of you. They've mostly been saying, yeah, look, they're good. They're good people. Of the ones that I know, I'm sure there's some that are not good, but I know many of them, and many of them they're all good. Pokemon has lots of problems. Yeah. I remember hearing about some Arya drama. What? What did they do? I thought it was an unproblematic fanbase. People actually being nice to each other. True. Then she said it was a bit too boring for me. I think I would like it more now. It's great. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I was in a group that would watch it on weekends on Skype. I think they still do it. Every New Year's Eve, they sync up their episodes of Arya to the New Year's episode, and then when New Year's happens, the scene in the anime when they say Happy New Year, but in Italian, they do that. I think it's very cool. Let's see, that said, I know a dude who is on the more abrasive side who also really liked Arya. Okay, but that's like one guy. Think of all the Arya fans you know. All 5 of them. All 5 Arya fans you know. Most of them probably are decent people. Think of all the Aikatsu fans you know, huh? All 2 of them. All 3 Aikatsu fans you know. They're probably alright. Maybe. Welcome Lumina channel. Welcome Michael. Yes, that is the lobby code. I did mention that when the code came up on the screen. I was like, that sure is a code. I only really know one Arya fan, Rune. I think highly. I'm an Arya fan. I enjoyed that show. You know what fan base is probably very hinged? Yokohama Kaidashi Kiko. That's the show about post-apocalyptic android who runs a coffee shop. And that is one of the most chill series you will ever know. And if someone is a fan of that show, I'm sure they are probably very hinged. Choco would love that coach, he loves P. What are you talking about? What is bro even talking about? I think I watched that. It was an OVA. It was a manga. It had like a 2-episode OVA. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, Last Abaka enjoys it. I'm a fan of that show. I have not heard of that show. It's so good. Yokohama Kai Dashi Kiko. She is an android. And she runs the coffee shop. And literally nothing happens in the anime. And that's why it's great. Nothing ever happens. Ufi loves it. I understand why. I think it's a good show. / anime / manga. It was great. What are some other very hinged anime? What's on my anime list? And I don't mean the website My Anime. Let me check. Do I have... Let me check My Anime. AniList. What is it? AniList.co? Is that what it is? Let me check on my other browser. AniList.co / search. Can we find my username? Social / user. Did I get the Wolfie username? I do have it. AniList.co. Yeah, there it is. .co / user. Wolfie. That's me. What's on my anime list? I never finished a lot. These are the last anime I watched. Oh, Amanchu, that was good. This is by the same the same creator as Aria. It's a good one. Naikatsu Aria. I was a manga Naya. Yeah, Delicious Molly, you're sub right now. You've been posting emotes that have not actually been emotes. I did watch Bochi. I would not say that Bochi fans are necessarily hinged. Necessarily. There's a lot of them. I mean, that was an anime. More sketch. Rose and Maiden. Remember Rose and Maiden? School Rumble? What is my worst rated anime? Oh, any your roommates fan? Obscure. Oh, Working. That was a fun one. This is how I react when I see Minamike. You're like, oh, Minamike. Remember that one? Bincho. Remember? Hold on. Hold on. That's the wrong one. This is a different one. Rose and Maiden. Kanagi. Oh, GA. Okay, I'm sure fans of this show are very hinged. Ton of these make me think of Bitmap. Yeah, I did watch a lot of these, and he also watched a lot of these. Remember this one? Y'all remember Haruhi? I think Lucky Star fans are hinged. Surprisingly. Remember this one? Remember this one? Remember that one? Working was good. Denchi drew fan art. Denchi never draws fan art. I always forget that Denchi draws because he rarely... Oh, remember this show? This show whose characters are named after like rap artists. They got 50 Cent in this one. They got the other ones. Amanchu was nice. Aria. Remember Baka to test? Baka to test? He said 2. Remember yeah, Binchoton. Blendes. I didn't super like Haruhi back in the day, but I love Churuya. Yeah, Smoked Cheese. Remember that one? Smoked Cheese. Look at all these anime. Look at all these anime that I don't watch anymore. Bro doesn't even watch anime. Remember these? Oh, this was a good one. Remember this one? Gura Fairies. Yo, they were the original VTubers, right? Weren't they? Were they not the original VTubers? In some way or another. Mario sketch. Euphonium. Now these are some obscure ones right here. How do they just make smoked cheese? So true. So true. Remember, oh, this was a solely underscore channel did fan art of this show recently. Herself, if she was in the show. It was good. Good show. Good show. This, remember this one? I don't know. I don't even know why I watched this. Remember your name? You think? I think this is just pronounced Holic. I've never seen it, so I actually don't know. I'll remember this one. Remember this show. Most recent anime I watched was Macross. Was that a ghost VTuber who watched it? Kumami. Oh, remember this one? Remember when everyone got upset about how this anime ended? I forgot about this. Forgot. I love Live. Man, what an unfortunate title. This was about a manga artist girl. Also, thank you, Delicious Smile, for the 8 months. Kokoro Connect. That was a Minamike again. His new game, the one about anime. The one about game development. Nichijou, that was a good one. I feel like, okay, I would say Nichijou fans are probably very hinged. They're probably just very, just very normal people. Oh, no, Biori, that was a good one. No, they aren't. Well, I have not seen a strange Nichijou fan. Did I watch Eizouken? I have not watched Eizouken. Remember this one? This was one about an idol who works on a farm. That was a show that existed. Another anime I feel is probably more hinged was Psyche Kuso. Now we're talking about anime fan bases specifically though. The anime itself could be unhinged. But Oreimo. Oh, I actually knew someone who was like a big fan of Oreimo. Actually, one of my former coworkers who also went to my college, he had an Oreimo like wallpaper. And this was before the final season when all that weird stuff happened. I wonder how he feels now. He's like, okay, I definitely do not want people associating me with that show now. I'm sure this is what he thinks. He's like, oh god, I used to like this show. And then they did this. Shirobako, that was a good one. How can there be something weird? It was, I feel like, I don't know. Like in the beginning, it was kind of like, yeah, alright, it's kind of weird, but alright. And then at the end, they're like, holy frick. They, why would they do that? I remember Mahjong anime. Remember, remember all this stuff. Sword Art Online. Tamako Market. That's a good one. I feel like if I saw a Tamako Market fan, I'd be like, they're probably fairly hinged. They probably are not strange. Oh, Tamayura. If I see any Tamayura fans, I will inherently trust them. I went to the town that this took place in. First time I went to Japan, it was on the day after New Year's, and we traveled a long way. We had a train that would only run like once an hour. We got there, we found out all the shops were closed because it was New Year's, the day after New Year's. No, it was January 3rd. And if people that are not familiar with Japan, is that the first 3 days of the new year, nothing ever happens. Most businesses are closed. We went all the way there, everything was closed, and it was like, oh man. But now I have a memory of it. And I think that's cool. Denji said, I used to play Mahjong a lot in high school because of Saki. It was before all the anime Mahjong games on Nintendo. I remember that. I remember. I watched Saki, but like I didn't understand anything. And then I watched this season and I also didn't understand anything. And then it wasn't until Northern Lights started playing Mahjong that I was like, alright, I think I do need to finally understand Mahjong. And then I did, and I was like, okay. Well, if I had done this earlier, I probably would have understood Saki. Hope they make more Mahjong anime. Remember this one? Take You. A lot of like short. Oh, this one was a good one. Remember this one? I feel like I should watch Saki. It's probably fun if you understand Mahjong. It's fun even if you don't understand Mahjong. This one was nice. Working. Classic anime. Working. Love that one. Donari. Yeah, that one was also good. A bunch of good shows. This is the stream where you say, Wolfie, you watch this? Oh, based. I also watch this. This one, yeah, good. Eurocamp. I feel like Eurocamp fan base is pretty hinged, right? Probably. Euro. Would I say Euro fans are hinged? Probably not. That's all the anime I watch. Okay, hold on. These are things that I watch and then didn't watch. Things that I watched and never finished. This one was the season that had Endless 8. I gave it a 1 because I was an Endless 8 hater. This one never finished. Never finished these. Never finished many of these. I never finished Idle Time Pre-Para. So excited for the new anime from Eurocamp author. Oh, the one with the huge eyebrows? That was a thing. Never finished this one. Never finished many of these. Oh, I met when I went to Japan. The artist who did the ending art for this show is also a Naikatsu fan. I met them when I went to Japan. I remember this. And they got very drunk. We were at a seafood restaurant. They were very drunk, and I don't remember what happened, but all I remember is that they were very drunk. Remember this one? Remember these shows? Drop shows. Drop KyoAni. I watched 4 seasons of Yuri Yuri. I don't remember anything. I also don't really remember anything. Working was such a nice... Yeah, Working was a good show. Penguin Drum. I remember when they remade Rose and Maiden. Remember these? Oh, remember these shows? Remember this show? I watched like 1 episode of this and I was like, nope. Not watching this. Sword Art Online 2? When did I watch this? I don't remember watching this. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, this is the one that Namai was talking about. I watched 3 episodes of this. Working was my favorite anime for a long while. It was quite good. Things that I guess at some point I planned on watching but never actually watched. Toradora? Anyway, that's it. That is all of the anime that I have seen. I mean, this is not up to date. I've watched Bochi. They should be on here. I think actually that's the only thing that should be on here that I've not put on here. Anyway, that's anime. Hentai OG was one of my first anime. I think I unfortunately watched it at a critical time in my life, so it left its mark. I don't remember anything about that show. Is that the one with the... What was that person's name? What was the localized title? This one. I watched 10 episodes. I could have finished this, but I didn't. I was like, you know, I don't feel like watching this. They say you dropped testicle. I think I did. This was pretty good though. No, I didn't drop it. I just never actually finished it. I'm sure I intended on finishing it at some point. Tanaka is always listless is really nice watch for when you're tired and sleep bound. A lot of good anime back in the day. Sword Art Online 2. Kofuku Graffiti. Yeah, that's a cooking one. I remember that one. Anyway, those shows were pretty much like improv. Guda Guda Fairies and Tesagure, whatever it's called. They pretty much like improvised the entire episode. And I thought that was cool. Very, very fun times out there. Why did we talk about this? Why are we... Oh, because I talked about fan bases being unhinged. That was something. I want to see what you would think of Isoken. Well, I don't think I'll ever watch it, so you will never know. Yeah, Lane. Why did we start talking about Lane? What's the deal with the Lane? More like lame. Am I right, guys? No, he's not right at all. It's not lame. Can't believe he called my anime lame. What if Lane did experiments on cereal? I'm sure this is a joke that no one has ever made before. Cereal. I love cereal. Would ever play Trickshot Simulator? Probably not. I don't think I would. But I mean, like, really, what's the difference between this, if I were playing this and playing Trickshot Simulator? It's basically kind of the same thing. The gameplay doesn't matter. Or does it? I was there today when Northern Line finally got his, that 1, 2, 3 chip thing. Welcome, Chocojax. See? Look, Michael even said that you would like it. And you have confirmed his suspicions. Can't believe this. She would act so predictably. I hope you're feeling better today, Chocojax. I have heard that you were sick at some point. And you may even be sick. But I hope you are less sick than you used to be. Coughs are going away. That's good. Sounds good to me. I would watch Serial Experiments Lane. Would you though? Is it even available on streaming websites, or do you have to like download it illegally? I was sick over the weekend. Everyone's catching it. I feel like it's been very cold recently. Like, the reason why I did not go to the office this week was because it's like very windy and it's like I don't want to go outside. It's like less than 20 degrees Fahrenheit out there, and that is quite cold. It's also, with combination with the wind, it's like it feels like single-digit Fahrenheit temperature, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with it. Denchi says, everyone's getting sicker. Bad news these days. I feel like something's gonna happen to me too. No, you can't. Denchi, there's too many people depending on you. You can't have anything bad happen to you at all. Think about all the Vtubers. If Denchi got sick, who's gonna develop all the new functionality? Who's gonna... I don't even know who's gonna what else? I don't know. It's gonna be Denchi. It's too late. No! Can't believe. Is that a picky emote? It is. I knew it. I recognized the bug. I was like, that's a picky emote right there. The picky channel. Picky Chanel channel. Who knows? The emote recognizer has logged on. That's a Ryohi underscore channel. I don't know who this one is. Who's that one? Oh, that's Ray Raven. I know Ray Ravenstein. From a distance, that did not look like him. It's like, I know who that is. Thank you, Mimiyawa, for the 4 months. Did I see Picky's DJ set? I have not seen it, but I did know that she does DJing. What are all of your guys' favorite emotes? Here's all the ones that are on my Stream Deck. Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. I'm gonna press all the buttons that I have assigned to a key on my Stream Deck. I don't necessarily use all of these, but at some point I thought they were good enough for me to put them put them all on here. These are all the ones that I have on convenient access. At any point in a chat, if you see me post those, it's probably because I pressed a physical button on my stream deck. That's a lot. A lot of them are very good. Many of them are usable a lot. I use, I feel like a lot of times I use Vacuously's nodding emote. There's something about like the timing of it. It works very well. It feels like a natural nodding emote. I see Wolfie posting so many of those. Yeah, if you see me posting those, it's because I pressed the button. It's not because I manually search for them. It's because it's just there. I like this one. I also like that one. It expresses a very specific emotion, and I don't know how to explain what that emotion is. Yeah, it's a catch-all emotion. It's like, I understand, and also like a little bit concerned, and also I don't even know. Alice says a lot of super cute emotes. It is true. I enjoy many of them. A lot of these. Is that Cuttlebone? I should follow Cuttlebone. Let me follow. I didn't know they streamed for a long time. Yes, I've known them for years. I didn't know they streamed. They were one of the people I followed back in the day on old Twitter. Like 10 years ago. Alyssa's so popular, I see it in various streams as 70 emotes. One notable one is one of the top League of Legends streamers. Who? Who is that? Which one do they use? Yeah, I tend to alternate between these laughing emotes. True. Many such emotes. A sniffa emote. Yeah, Carabel. I often see Carabel in the Alyss chat. He's always there. Every time I'm in the chat, he's always there. The Baus FFS channel has tons of them. I've never even heard of that. The Baus? The Baus, isn't that the dog VTubers from Hololive EN? Baus? Baus? I'm gonna drink water. It is 7 p.m. Where's Stanley? Stanley should be, he should be like, Wolfie, you should drink water. But he wasn't. Notable that he's not here to post an emote to tell me to drink water. I'm gonna drink water right now even. Alright. I'm hydrated. The Baus is the guy who picks Sion in League. I don't know what you're talking about. You could have just made that up, and now Hamp has opinions on it. Could have been like, oh yeah, Baus is the one who uses Teemo, and he always ganks mid, and he always, the opponents always go jungle instead, and he always, I don't even know. And I would be like, so true, he does do that. He does in fact always go mid in, in whatever. You can talk about League, I just won't understand. I'll be like, what does that mean? Also, do you see this classic mistake with the textures here? Why is it like that? Did I ever consider playing League? No. I've never played a MOBA, and I have no interest in playing MOBAs. It doesn't look interesting to me. I don't know what it is, just like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like something I would enjoy. Now, I could be wrong. It is entirely possible that if I tried playing it, I would be like, actually, it is not that bad. But I don't really... I have no inclination to start. And I'm sure many people would also prefer that I did not play League. MOBAs honestly aren't super fun games. Especially if you play to win. Aren't you always playing to win though? You're not really playing to lose. Isn't the Baus the mentor to Naked Snake in Metal Gear Solid 3? No, I'm sure that is a joke that I would need to have knowledge to understand. But I don't understand. Despite me having watched many streamers play Metal Gear Solid games, I've not retained any of that knowledge. The boss. Oh, the boss. I know that guy. That's the guy who looks like Snake. Naked Snake is definitely a porn name. No, that's Solid Snake. Wolfie 2 RTS pills for League discuss stacking with magic boxes and drop timings. I also don't really know RTS games. I have tried playing StarCraft and I do not understand. That's a Big Boss? The boss was Big Boss's boss? He's the even larger boss than the Big Boss? Playing to win is given, but League of Legends is infamous for having the worst people when they're losing. Any League players in the chat? Anyone even leaguing? More like Leave of Legends, because when I see League, I leave. Welcome Cryptic Command. I don't know. League. I feel like there's been times when I would follow a streamer and then I would see them playing League of Legends and then I would tune in for like a second and I'm like, nope. I don't even care that they're not talking about the game specifically. I don't know. There's something about it. I don't want to watch. So true, right? So true. Yeah, turn 360 degrees and League away. More like it should be illegal. League of Legends? More like illegal to play this game. Death. League of Legends death. Sentence. Judge. Death. I only league responsibly with a group of supportive friends that won't mind too much if I go 2-14 with Briar Jungle. What is bro talking about? 2-14? That's Valentine's Day. 2-14 in Briar Jungle? I don't think so. That's literally the explanation behind the name. You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. I thought you said the boss was the boss of Big Boss. Is it a coincidence? As I started watching NL, I got super bored of League of Legends immediately. I mean, Northern Lion played Dota. He played a lot of Dota. He greatly regrets his time playing Dota. 2-14, that's Valentine's Day. That's what I will tell my friends the next time it happens. I don't even know what that means in the context of League of Legends. 2-14. Isn't that just 1 out of 7? Guys? Where does Boss Baby fit? That is that's the baby who is the boss, obviously. Northern Lion Plagued, what does that mean? Is that a Dota reference? What do you know about Dota? There's a guy named Pudge, right? That's the guy with the hook. And he says, get over here. Wolfie, that's not true at all. You're mixing up like 3 different games. 2 kills, 14 deaths. I see. Oh, that's the KDR. Plagued. Oh, I said the word wrong. I see. College got a lot easier once I quit playing Dota. And then you started Dota 2, right? And then you played Dota 2. That's Street Fighter. No, Street Fighter, that's the guy who, that's the one who is there. Obviously. On a champ that needs kills to be effective. What does that mean? You don't have to answer that. What's the new hit game? We talk about this every month. Month? What are people playing now? What's the new stream meta? Isn't there a game called A Game About Digging a Hole that I've seen like 5 people stream today? What is that game? New hit game is a Hello Kitty thing. I think that was like a thing for like a day. And then people stopped. Oh yeah, Me Side. That was the thing. That was the flavor of the month last month, right? It's the new trending games. Let me check twitch.tv. Of the people that I'm following, what are they streaming? Just chatting? A lot of chatting? Not really a common trend. Fly Night. Jerma and Vinesauce are playing Fly Night. Oh, they're in the same. Are they in the same stream? They're collabing. I see. Games and demos. Not too much. Jerma was just playing the whole game. What is that game? Voices of the Void. I also don't understand Voices of the Void. Every time I see someone play that game, I tune in for like. Sometimes I tune in for an entire stream, and I don't get what's happening. Glorp. Voices of the Glorp. I saw big league streamer Kadrol playing Me-Side last week. Thought I was tripping. Me-Side. Me-Side. Have Fly Night is okay. I've seen it. Northernline played that one as well. I also don't understand, but I'm too scared to understand. Which one? The hole digging game? Oh, sorry. Voices of the Void. That's what it was. I don't know what do you even do in that game? Voices. It's a signal sim clone. Scan for aliens. Sometimes they appear. It's a work simulator. But why are so many people into it? Why does everyone love it so much? I guess I just put it in the genre of games that I don't understand. Like, Phasmophobia. I don't understand the appeal of Phasmophobia. But I do know that many people love it. Trick Shot Simulator. Watch someone play Voices of the Void for 2 hours and they were just scared getting scared about nothing happening. And I don't get it. Is that a scary game, Voices of the Void? I don't know. Slow game, it's good Zatsu game. I see. See, aren't we just a couple of weeks away from Monster Hunter Wilds taking over our little corner of Twitch? I wouldn't say it would take over. I feel like I do follow some people that are fans of Monster Hunter, but I feel like most people I follow are not going to play it. That's just the impression that I get. Or maybe I just underestimate how many people I know that love Monster Hunter. Phasmo is a fun game to introduce a new player to. I just don't get it. So they walk in, they're like, it's cold. Okay, it's cold, therefore it has to be this ghost. And you go downstairs to the basement, there's like sound. Okay, with the sound, it means it's gotta be this one. And then sometimes they die. And that's it. That's a game. Ghost hunting is cool in Phasmophobia, that ghosts are real. How can they be real if our eyes aren't real? You thought about that? 8 Days Till Wild. That's a work thing with minor horror elements. The developer watches people stream it so he can deliberately mess with them. He can just do that? It's like always online or something? Monster Hunter seems like a fun game, but not a great stream game. I guess it depends, because like doesn't Monster Hunter like have a lot of grinding? In that case, you could quite easily just talk over it. But also, yeah, it is inherently, like, a lot of times it is a multiplayer game. Not always, but you know, when you see people play Monster Hunter, they're usually in a group. Yuko's real, so true. I knew you were gonna make that reference. Which one? What did I say? What reference? What was I talking about? Ghosts? Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is a game. Oh, if our eyes are real. How are our eyes real if life is not real? How is life real if it's real? Why? If real, then real. Why real? Am I right, guys, gamers? So true. So true. So true, Wolfie. I'm always saying this. I'm always saying this and no one understands. Finally, a streamer that gets me. If real, why not real? Monster Hunter is a game where you fight a boss for 20 minutes straight. You can't always stop and chat. But does the boss fight require extremely focused attention though? Could you not just like casually press buttons and then still read the chat? Life is bigger than you and you are not me. Thou art I am thou, thou art I. What is that? Is that a Persona reference? Hey, look, I got this fish as well. The opulent small lead sickness. Yeah, lead sick this. Got him. Got him, guys. So true. Chunks of downtime during the hunt too. Always plus foraging and sharpening and stuff. I see. You can sell things. You have your cat friends, your palicos. Remember those guys? It's a banal 90s pop music reference. I don't know. I don't know pop music. I don't understand references. Unless it's in programming. I understand programming references. That's when you have a pointer. And that pointer is referencing another piece of data. Welcome a cow that likes cookies. Requires a lot of attention, but less when you have killed it multiple times. Yeah, and then you're killing the same boss like 50 times, right? The hipping and the hopping. And it don't stop, right? Remember when I said I was gonna 3D model this stream? If I were to 3D model, what would it be? We can make a cat. Let's make a cat. 3Ds. Got 'em. Okay, we're gonna let's draw something. Let us create a texture to represent a creature. Some kind of creature. There it is. There's my 3D modeling today. Good job, Wolfie. Love it. Love that 3D model you made today. That's right. You should clap. I spent hours on this. I spent so much time making that 3D model. And you had better appreciate it. Making 3D models is hard. It's like a lot of effort. How do people even do it? How does Cole even do it? He's always out there making his 3-dimensional models. And I try making one and I'm like, this one makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Shining a large carp. Yippee. Look at that mushroom. I wish I was actually making 3D models. You could be doing it right now. 3D is super hard, feels like you're trying to work out the details for everything. Yeah, you gotta have like, you know, UV mapping and then like shapes. Combining shapes with other shapes. Lighting. Moving points around such that you can... Adding bones to things, right? Bones, that's a 3D thing. Move things around with bones. Here, what about this? Let's make a let's add a primitive shape. How do I choose the primitive shape? A cube. We have created a cube. A cube right here. Right there. It's too much. You watch tutorial videos of people doing this and you're like, how do they do it? They make it look so easy. They're just like splitting the face up. It sounds messed up. If this were not in the context of 3D modeling, you'd be like, what, they're splitting the face up? What? That's unhinged. What are they doing? You say it to a 3D modeler, they're like, oh yeah, obviously, you gotta split the face. You gotta subdivide the face using the knife tool. You're like, what is he saying? What is bro saying? This festive fella has bones. So true. So true, everyone. Anyway, I don't know. What else is going on? Do I have anything in my notes to talk about? I don't. Only thing I've had in my notes is that I've been doing 3D modeling. Crocotile 3D modeling. Watching videos about 3D modeling. Watching videos about Godot game development. That's it. That's my entire life. There's nothing else even going on. Really makes you think. Well, what am I even gonna do with these skills though? No cooking? I don't cook. I don't know how to cook. Has anyone here cooked recently? What have you cooked? Anyone make some delicious food that you can talk about? Why not start? I don't know. Today, Denchi, what do you cook? What do you make today? And by today, do you mean yesterday? Because it is the next day in Germany? Or do you mean actually today? Last thing I cooked was Chef John macaroni and cheese. What is that? Chef John? The inventor of macaroni and cheese. Yes, oh, got him. Got him. He said today when he meant a few hours ago, and it was actually yesterday. He fell for it. It was just dull oven-baked chicken and taters. Oh, that's good. Taters, I always appreciate taters. Hash browns as well, those are quite good. Bread baking. A delicious salad with grilled cheese and potato? What kind of greens in the salad? Oh, from HelloFresh? I thought you chose the ingredients yourself. But that's also fine. Was it romaine lettuce? Was it perhaps spinach? Was it kale? Arugula? I'm going grocery shopping to cook dinner, assuming I don't just resort to takeout. What are you gonna buy? Chicken? You gotta get chicken. Chef John from foodwishes.com. My brother does most of the cooking. I've never even heard of Chef John. How can he just have a generic name like Chef John? Surely there's hundreds of Chef Johns. Made some simple pancakes thick from wheat, corn flour, and egg. Shredded radish to give it volume. That sounds nice. Are you gonna add syrup? Maple to syrup. Cucumber, lettuce, tomato, bell pepper. What kind of lettuce though? Iceberg lettuce? Romaine lettuce? Cabbage? Is cabbage even lettuce? Why not Chef Excellence? No one really knows. No one even knows anything. I like calling the microwave Chef Mike. Microwave. Mike Rowe when he's waving. Do you remember Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs? And he waved. Yeah, John Cuisine. Radish and pancakes, those aren't meant. Oh, it's not. You're not making sweet pancakes? You're not gonna add syrup? Savory pancakes. What about curry? Anyone making curry? It was romaine lettuce, I knew it. When you think of lettuce, it's gotta be romaine. That's like the main one. It's literally in the name. That's the main lettuce. Bro. Long time since I made pancakes. I've never. What about waffles? Anyone made waffles? I have one serving left. Does anyone remember when in the US, romaine lettuce had like an E. coli breakout? And they had to like recall tons of romaine lettuce? That was when I was on my salad arc. I was eating a lot of salads. And then I was like, what the? Romaine is recalled? What am I going to eat now? I always get romaine. And then I was like, I'm going to try spinach. And then I got spinach and I was like, this is fine. It's actually perfectly fine. And then I started eating spinach. Micromaine. Micro management? Do you think Mike Rowe is a microman? No, hold on. The person who, okay, here's my joke. You already know where this is going, but pretend you don't. You know Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs? Do you think his manager was a micro manager? Guys, because like Mike Rowe, like they manage Mike Rowe, and like micromanagement is like a thing when you're like, when you're there and you're like telling everyone exactly what to do and telling them things, and then me explaining the joke makes this less funny, and yet people are still laughing. Great one. A bi-marriage relative made Japanese curry recently. Very fancy with beef That sounds so good. Did they use the pre-packaged curry blocks that you purchase from the supermarket? Or did they make it entirely from scratch? Popeye's public domain. Yo, Popeye chicken. You can finally make Popeye's chicken for yourself. Mike Rowe. Here's a joke that I've told. Niche micro celebrity. Yeah, he sure is. Mike Rowe. Yeah, he sure is a celebrity. Alright, guys. That's him. Right there. Staring into the distance. In the end, he did not. No, you missed it. I did 3D model. You missed the entire thing. Pre-packaged, yes, not sure making from scratch is worth it since some of the ingredients are expensive. I think it makes sense to do it pre-packaged. That is how you guarantee. Was it like the Vermont curry? That's like a well-known Japanese curry brand, Vermont. And I'm sure a lot of Japanese people who have never like been to the US, they think Vermont is known for curry. But it's just like the name of the company. Like Vermont, yo, they got the curry, right? I'm gonna go to Vermont. That's where they invented curry, right? Nope. They just called the company Vermont for some reason. It's very well known. Vermont curry. Yeah, why is Japan's most popular curry called Vermont curry? Why? Does anyone even know? It means something for a food product to carry the Vermont label. Vermont, Vermontiness. Various things associated with Vermont. Zoe said, recently I've discovered that as I live alone, I pick up more weird eating habits. Sometimes snacking on a spoon of mustard or eating a pinch of salt or munching on rice paper. You also just eat salt. Chocojax does that. No, she has mentioned having done that before. My cousin also just eats salt. He just rips open the salt packet and just like eats the salt. Sometimes he just eats soy sauce. Like, what are you doing? Why would he do that? I even like mustard, but it's too much. I'm not really a huge fan of mustard. It's alright. He'll just eat hot sauce sometimes. What? But why? Then she got S&B Golden Curry. I think I've also heard of that one. Oh yeah, this is another classic one. Classic Japanese curry brand. See, Yurga says, I actually know the answer. Vermont is in opposition to Java curry. Vermont is sweeter and Java has more spices. The programming language? Java? Most popular is Golden Curry. I thought it was Vermont. Welcome, Paper Compass. I heard S&B wasn't as good as Vermont. I don't know if I've had either of them. But I have heard of both of them. As someone who has been to many Asian supermarkets, I have seen several of those brands. They exist in the stores. You can buy them right now. For salt, eating salt. I'm looking at that curry at the grocery right now. Yo, you should buy them, maybe. Vermont is my favorite though. I'm looking at the Golden Curry shelf. It's on sale for $4. Is that good? That sounds pretty cheap. Welcome, Anna. Yeah. It's personal preference, but Golden is the standard. You need to add your own tomato chutney and Worcestershire. People just call it Worcester. Worcestershire. How is it actually pronounced? Worcestershire? It's pronounced Worcestershire, right? Worcestershire. 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 Worcestershire sauce. Worcester sauce. Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Gonna get extra hot, which isn't that hot because Japanese, not super hot. Yeah, that is true. I remember when I went to Japan and then we went to Indian curry place and then they have different options if you want it sweet or spicy. And I was like, what the? Sweet? What are you talking about, sweet curry? I'm not really, at that point I wasn't a huge fan of spicy, so I was like, alright, just give me the sweet. And then it was actually sweet. I was like, this is weird. And then ever since I've been getting the spicy, which is not even that spicy. It's just not sweet. You really need to add additional sauces to get rid of the bitter aftertaste. Man. Extra hot didn't even register as spicy on my tongue. It was spicy as bell peppers. Yes, it's not very spicy over there. Gotta add your own spice. You know what's been good recently? Spicy chili crisp. I would recommend if you've never had spicy chili crisp. Now that's good. That's some good stuff. You put that on anything and it's good. What's really good is to add fat into the curry. Beef tallow or bacon. True. Which chili crust? Yeah, Lao God Ma. That is the brand. Isn't that like the default brand? Welcome now, Dan. Is that a Maya emote? It's gotta be. Has to be. I've seen those emotes around. Sorry, I forgot I was gonna... I was like, yo, what if I model Kirby's Dreamland 3? And then I didn't. And then I stopped doing it. Backgrounds. Grassland. Tile sets. I could do it. It would be so easy. Grassland foreground. No, I need every tile individually. That'd be sick. Yeah, sick, but in a good way. Bro, that is sick. I think the thing that I saw that made me think to do this was there was a channel called, what's that guy's name? Something Greer. Something... If I just search Greer in 3D modeling, is that a thing? What's his name? Greer? John Greer? Was it John Greer? Does anyone know who I'm talking about? He does like pixel art? I don't know. Let me check my video history. Check YouTube. History. What is this guy's channel called? Pixel art. Brandon James Greer. Kirby. He had this one video that I'm gonna try to look for. Why is it not there? Just search for Kirby. He did like Kirby's Dreamland 2, but in 3D. This one. Blockbench. Ah, come on, man. Oh, anyway, you can see it from here. It looks like this. And I'm like, this would be so easy to do in Crocotile 3D. Because like he was doing it in Blockbench, he had to like manually like adjust the UV so they fit the textures. I'm like in Crocotile, you could just add it as a tile set and just like move stuff around. I could do that. They had the 3DS version of Kirby's Dream. Did it have like, you could see like things on different layers? That's cool. Kirby's Dreamland 3. I feel like Dreamland 3 had a bit more like seamless textures. That it might be slightly harder to do this with. But if you went to Kirby's Dreamland 2, you could probably do it quite easily. Kirby's Dreamland 2. Where is the the sprite sheet? Kirby's Dreamland tile set. This is Dreamland 1. I want Dreamland 2. It's a totally different one. Oh, I didn't even search for 2, that's why. Dreamland 2 tile set. There we go. Big Forest. Grassland 1. Why is this not broken up into smaller tiles? I need all the individual tiles, man. This is the Animal Friends one. Grassland. Is this it? Was it this color? I don't remember this being this color. Let's just do it. Let's just try it. Let's make a new scene. New scene, unsave changes, sure. Add blank tile set. Can I create it from... Can I add it from a file, perhaps? Add tile set. Shouldn't have it. Yeah, it should not have colors. I don't know why it's colored. Was it when you played this on the Game Boy Color? Is that where these colors are? Is that where it's from? What is Vim's lair? Oh, what the? This looks nice. What the heck? Was the game like this? Is this? Oh, this is a ROM hack. Okay. I was like, the game did not look like this. These are mods. These are ROM hacks. What about this one? Backgrounds. I guess we could, no. I need them split up into tiles. I guess I could just do it. Could just go here. Paste it. Oh, I think I froze. I tried to paste this and I think I froze it somehow. Keep it legal. What are you talking about? I'm just downloading the sprites. Not even the Coca-Colas, just the sprites. I think I crashed Crocotile 3D. That has never happened before. This is the first time that has ever happened. It is not closing. What do I have running? Let's get, oh, fish on the web. They don't even call it web fishing. They call it fish on the web. End task. Alright, I guess we're not doing this. I guess we are not doing this. Yeah, NWJS. What is N? I've seen that in some places. NWJS. Is that JavaScript? What is NWJS? Is that just a framework that people use? It's Chromium? Wait, why is this in this isn't Chromium. Called Node.js modules directly from DOM. Is Crocotile written in JavaScript? I don't know. Anyway, pretend I did do it. And you're like, whoa, he made a 3D model of Kirby's Dream Land 2? That's amazing. Someone is requesting Zoe. Zoe has returned. Anyway, we have fun here. Remember that time when I stood in this area of the lake for like 3 hours? Yep. That's Wednesdays. Maybe next week we should go here. Next week we can fish on this part. Do something different for once. Who knows? Maybe next week I will actually 3D model something. Or not. What if we did nothing? Instead of doing something, just do nothing instead. Yeah, pond maxing. Look at that rock right there. If I've ever seen a rock, that is one. That is one of them. That's another one. There's like 3 right there. Or 2. That's a bucket. That's not a rock. That's a rock right there. That's another rock. Welcome, Brooke. We got mushrooms. We got another mushroom back there. Any fans of mushrooms? What's the best mushroom? If anyone could name their favorite mushroom, what would you pick? Wood ear? Yeah. Do you know that wood ear mushroom has a very strange name? Alternate name. You see this? Very, very strange name we got right here. I learned this when I went to a Japanese restaurant, and then we were having they had wood ear mushrooms in the curry, I think. Or something, or the ramen or something. And people are like, what is wood ear? What is a wood ear mushroom? And then I looked it up. And then my coworkers read the slide and they're like, what the? Why would they call it this? Chanterelle. Yo, isn't that the game by the developer of that game? Remember that game? The capitalism game? The Chantilly's, right? That's what it was. This was by the developer of the capitalism game, whose name I forget. Reciteer, that's what it is. Chanterelle. Cordyceps, is that a mushroom? You know, I've heard this name. I didn't actually know. What the heck is this? That's a parasite? It's a parasitic mushroom? Well, that's messed up. It grows on insects, has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries. Anti-cancer properties. Dang. Shiitake mushrooms. Porcinis are also pretty good. Pretty much every mushroom they're similar to are also edible. What about... Let's look up mushroom types. Oh, this one. What is this one? This is the mushroom from Dark Souls. This is the boss. Not the boss. The big mushroom dude. Aren't they based on these guys? Yo, it's a Super Mario mushroom. It's John Mario. Foraging. Toxic mushroom. Wasn't there's like a mushroom beefsteak, right? Beefsteak mushrooms? Or tomato? Sorry, what was it called? Wasn't there like a mushroom that looks like meat? What is that called? It grows on trees and then you can just like just eat them. I don't know. The brain fungus from Last of Us? I've never even seen The Last of Us. What is this? A snake? Some kind of worm creature? Very nice. Very nice worm creature. I wish there was a better way to screenshot this. I guess there is. There is a better way to screenshot that. Beefsteak fungus are real. Wait, but then why if I search for beefsteak, it says tomato. Beefsteak mushroom. Okay, it is this one. Is it also a name of a tomato? It's also a tomato. How can it be a mushroom and a tomato? It doesn't make sense. Two names for different things that are the same name but different things? Beefsteak tomatoes are very big. Why did they call... Is it just because beef is considered large? Why even beefsteak? What about bee? What if instead of beef it was bee? Beefsteak. You ever think about that? You ever think about bees? They're just out there being, existing in the world. What about this mushroom? What kind of mushroom do you think this is? Blue. Are there even blue mushrooms? Veiled lady shrooms are pretty cool. Blue mushroom. Veiled lady mushroom. Oh, what the? This doesn't look real. This looks like trypophobia. If you have trypophobia, you would hate that. You would hate that mushroom. Can't believe this. There are blue mushrooms. Lactarius indigo. This looks like the Smurfs. Isn't this? Yeah, I feel like we talked about this. Blue is not very commonly found in nature, except like the sky, you know, or the ocean. I guess the ocean being blue is just a reflection of the sky. But like, you know, in nature, there's not that many things that are blue. Even like blueberries, they're more like purple. What is the deal with that? Why is blue not even real? Are there mushrooms you can bounce on? There's probably large mushrooms out there. Stinkhorns in general look very funky and unreal. They're made to attract flies and thus try to mimic rotten meat. Stinkhorns. Isn't that also the Rafflesia flower or whatever? The one that's in Animal Crossing? That's a thing. It smells quite bad, I've been told. Look at all these fish. There's so many of them. How does he catch so many fish? How are there so many fish in this lake? How deep do you think this lake is? Could probably find out. Like this one, it doesn't actually look gross. It does, it kind of looks pretty gross actually. It kind of looks like the inside of a tomato in some ways. But compared to other mushrooms, I would say it does kind of look gross in some ways. Spacepleb.jpg. Is that the name of the user who uploaded it? I'm going to assume that's what it is. Probably what it is. Anyway, we're here. A little bit, but doesn't look like a corpse or anything. True, that is true. But what if it did? What if there was a mushroom that looked exactly like a dead human? Wouldn't that be scary? Is that a thing that exists? Like, plants that look like dead other creatures? And like, there's a plant right here, it literally looks like... I guess there's a stick bug, right? But that's the opposite. It's the stick bug looks like the stick. Not that the stick looks like the stick bug. The leaf bug. I don't know. No one even really knows. In general. Get stick bugged. So true. Imagine getting stick bugged. I would never. I would simply never get stick bugged. Look at this fishing spot right here. Oh, it disappeared. Anyway, I'm gonna end my stream. Everyone, this is your warning that I'm going to end the stream very soon. You finish catching your last fish or two, and we will take a photo. Stick bug. Stick the bug. You're gonna get. You're not even in the game, Denchi. He doesn't even play web fishing. Remember when Denchi was so good at web fishing? He played it for so long, he got to level 50 like in the first day. The first week. There are plants that mimic insects that are dangerous to parasites, no? What are some examples? I would have kept playing, but there's nothing to do, right? They never increase the level count. But you could just try to get money. You could try to get $1 million. What if I made web fishing? if I use my 3D modeling abilities and game dev abilities in Godot, and I made a game. It's like this. Web fishing 2, yeah. They would allow it. Maybe, oh yeah, of course. Of course, web fishing 2. Exactly. Web fishing 2. I'm gonna call it wob fishing. Wob wib fishing. Instead of W-E-B, it's W-I-B. Wib fishing. Everyone, let's take a photo here. I'm going to end the stream in this area. What if it was web P fishing? So true. No, this game already has P. There's a hat that says I heart and then P. Okay, everyone. It's time. You stand around this bench. I will take a screenshot. I've taken a screenshot. I will take another screenshot. I've taken the screenshot. I will now hide the UI. I will take a third screenshot. No, okay, I'll take a fourth screenshot. I'm now done. Thank you for joining, everyone. We are now going to close the lobby. What the? Did I get punched? Is that a punch? It's over. It's over. Quit, save, and quit. Alright, good stream. Good fishing. Good background. Let's see what day it is. Let's rate someone. Those eggs of parasites. I see. That sounds like something that would be in Bug Souls. What's that game called? Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight. Ooh, chocolate mint day. Chocolate mint day. Prevent plagiarism day. No, I gotta do this one. Chocolate mint day. National Chocolate Mint Day. Red. You're eating chocolate mint cookies right now? That's literally relevant to the day that is today. Alright, who's streaming? Twitch.tv. A bunch of people out here. Streaming. Derma's streaming. Derma, Vine Sauce, Stir, they're all streaming. I'm going to send you to someone who is streaming. How about I send you over to Alice Sawyer / raid Alice Sawyer. Eventually we will actually raid into Derma? I don't think so. I would not do such a thing. Alice Sawyer? What? What did Denchi mean by this? What is bro talking about? Anyway, thanks for watching. No, that's Sawyer. That's Soya. That's different. That's Soya. You're thinking of Soya. I might stream tomorrow because I am working from home this week. If I were to stream, I don't know what I would stream. But it would be something, maybe, I don't know. And I might not stream. In which case, it will be nothing. Maybe I'll do some 3D modeling for real. What if I learned a different 3D modeling program known as Blockbench? Could happen. Welcome Props Not Jack as well. Blender, imagine learning Blender. Could never be me. I would never learn Blender. I'll probably learn Blender eventually, but not now. Anyway, the raid's going. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.